Oh my. All right. So we're gonna wrap it up with this. As many of you know, I'm a big numbers guy, right? I'm big on examining businesses as a business. And I think sometimes we don't appreciate what we don't understand. Have you ever kind of like gone through life and all of a sudden you understand something and you finally appreciate it, like your spouse, right? When you finally understand your spouse, like, oh my gosh, I so appreciate my spouse, you know? Anything that you don't understand, you really can't appreciate. And I think sometimes we take the alliance for granted. Sometimes we really don't know the advantages that we have over other programs out there. And I don't care what you're looking at, what other business you're looking to invest your time, money, and emotion in. I think, man, we've got such an awesome opportunity. So as I was thinking about this whole concept, I was thinking, you know, what is it about the alliance that, you know, when you kind of look at it as a whole, as a business model, right? And so I recruit a ton of people, man. I think as of July, it was like 65 direct to me. And I talked to a lot of people. So what I did was I wrote down what are the common things people are looking for out there. Like I thought this would be kind of an interesting study, Terry. Let's just find out, let's write down what people are looking for as I interview these people, okay? So I was talking to this guy, this a couple weeks ago, and he goes, I asked him, so, you know, how come you want to leave your current company? What is it about? And he goes, man, I can't get any leads. Like, what do you mean you can't get any leads? He goes, well, I live here in this area, and my upline manager says I got to go 2 states away. I go, really? And I go, well, let me look at our lead map and let's see how many leads are in your county. I go, we have 36 A leads in your county. Like, what's up with that? And he goes, I don't know. I go, well, it's probably one of those companies. Tell me the company. I go, okay, I know the deal with that company. They already have 20, 30,000 a month producers in his area, and they're not just going to give A leads to let this guy buy A leads, right? So they're going to make him go 2 states away to run leads. The guy goes, I can't do that because I've got a family. I can't afford the time. I go, well, that's how it is out there in that world. And I said, look, let me show you what our lead map is. And he looked, and I went to his state, and I said, look how many leads we have. He goes, that's amazing. I go, well, we've been doing this 20 years. I told him back in 2006, we create our own lead generation company, so we no longer had to buy data and stuff mailers, right? And he just was like shocked. And I go, you know what? That's exactly what we have. Now, so the alliance, you look at the alliance, and Andy Albright, they're a support system for you, okay? Now you have 2 choices. You can either be Joe's Six-Pack Agency and start your own deal, right? And so what are you confronted if you want to start your own agency, your own system, and you want to hire agents all over the country? Well, what are you going to do? Are you going to do leads? Are you going to get warm market lists from your agents that you hire so you can get into their warm market to sell life insurance to all their people as a training incentive? And then you go, well, how about me? Because, well, you go hire 3 other people and then get into their warm market. And their hiring becomes their lead program, hiring new agents. It's like, man, we don't work like that. But you got leads, you got a warm market, how are you going to do it? Well, if you're going to do leads, you don't want to, you know, get alienated from your family and friends, you can go to one of those lead generation companies and spend $500 for 1,000 mailers. Okay, you can Google it. $500 for 1,000 mailers, and you know mortgage protection return rate is 0.25%. So out of 1,000 mailers, you're going to get 2.5 leads. Okay, if you do $500 in 1,000 final expense, you're going to get like 10. That's the return rate. So imagine coming up with $500 and then having 2.5. You don't know if they're going to even answer your call. You don't know if they're going to say, well, I didn't fill that out, right? Yeah. And then if you make one sale, then you got to wait for that money to come in and then invest again, right? It's like, do you want to do that? what this guy has to do is figure out how to do leads, right? He's got nothing. How's he going to support his agents? Well, I'll do all my own ride-alongs. Because I talked to a guy that had an agency, and he goes, you know, so you manage an agency, how many agents did you have? Because I had 20 agents working for me. He was like, 20 agents? I go, so how long did that last? And he goes, about a year. Well, what happened? He goes, I got sick and tired of babysitting them. I had to take them on ride-alongs, and then they sort of get productive, and then they quit, right? And you're going, why did they quit? Well, they can get 100% contract with another company. Like you can get 100% contract with one of our carriers, right? And you try to keep these guys at a 75%, you're making 25% on them until they realize, hey, I can do what you're doing. And then they quit you. And then he goes, I'm constantly babysitting, and it was a revolving door business, and I just wasn't making any money. I got so sick and tired of it. I go, yeah, man, that's what happens when you try to do this on your own. And then you got to get your knowledge, right? So what are you going to do? You're going to go on late night TV, and you're going to get all those get rich quick and the life insurance agency programs, right? Who's going to help you if they know you're a competitor? Right. So you have no help with the knowledge and training because no one is going to just give it to you unless they're going to hire you. But you wanted to be independent. You wanted to make all the money, right? You got a 100 contract. How many of y'all have recruited someone and said, well, I got a 100 contract? Yeah. Okay, brother, how much money did you make last year? Right. 50,000. What? Right. We got guys at 100 contract making $500,000 a year. Right. Like, what is wrong with you? Right. That's a good question. That's a good question right there. What is wrong with you? And they're going, well, well, I don't want to give up. You know, what am I going to get if I give up my 100 contract for a 55 contract? What are you going to get? How about making money? See, it's not about what you're giving up. It's what are you going to get? And so when I answer these questions about no leads, we've got a pro data research, okay, headed up by, in the Alliance. We've got the lead performance team. We got 20 different varieties of leads. We've got a lead management system that's all online. We have a system here, people that'll help guide you where to go run leads, where are the most effective counties. Lead performance team run by Clay Murtis rocks, and you're not paying for Clay to advise you. Right. He will advise you to go wherever you need to go to make money. Right. And they're consultants at your fingertips, so you get access to PDR. All right? I had a guy who said, well, the hourly program, man, I'm so sick of it. It's like, all I do is try to sell to union people. Really? Yeah, union people. And all we can sell is whole life policies. Like, what is that about? Because they have us going all over the state to sell these union people who just want their free $1,000 accidental death. Right. And it's like, so what's the problem? How come? I heard people are making a lot of money doing that. It's like, man, they have me working 7 days a week, and all we sell is whole life. And if they don't qualify for whole life, then we can't get them covered. I go, seriously? You only have one product with one company? It's like, dude, we got 15 different companies, right, that we can sell whole life, guaranteed issue whole life, term, simplified issue term, universal life, index universal life, and we have relationships with these carriers that is just incredible. And we can cover anybody, whether they're super sick, going through dialysis, going through cancer. And this guy's going, seriously, man, we only have one company. I talked to another guy, all they sell is index universal life. And I go, well, what if someone needs mortgage protection and want to buy a term? Well, we just try to sell them index universal life. Well, what if they can't afford, that their cash value can't grow? Well, I don't know. It's like, seriously? We've got 15 companies that Andy Albright has put together to help us help all these clients with every possible product out there. We're not a one-trick pony. All right? I talked to another guy, and he says, man, I just can't close the barn door. I go in the home, and I can't close nothing. I go, well, don't you have a training program? He goes, well, they have us trying to duplicate this top producer. He's been in the business 20 years. And I go, well, if you just do what he did. He goes, well, the problem is he's got a really quirky personality. And he goes, I try to do what he does, but he's just really crazy and really off a little bit. And I go, and I just couldn't do what he's doing. And plus some of the stuff he was saying was a little bit, not on the up and up. And I just couldn't do that. I go, seriously, dude, man, we got this thing called an ATM, Alliance Training Manual. And what we did was we put together a system that's principle-based. It's not based on personality. It's a systematic process of taking a client from building a relationship, finding out the problem that they're trying to solve, creating that situation where they want to take care of their families. And it's not based on personality. It's based on sound principles. Anybody's personality can make it work. In fact, with our ATM, we can get a 55% closing rate for a brand new person, up to a 75% with someone who's got more experience as they get educated in our system. This ATM rocks. He goes, man, what is that about? I go, it's this flip chart. Flip chart, that sounds like old school. Brother, it's old school. You don't got to plug it in.
Right.
And the fonts are big enough that old people can read it. Right? He goes, wow, that sounds like really, and it's like it works. It works, and if you're not making sales, I can coach you through every step of the process so that you can make it work. Here's the other thing, and I had another guy, I told him, through our ATM process, we're able to find annuities. He goes, what's that? I go, well, you're a life insurance agent. Do you sell annuities with your system? He goes, man, we don't sell annuities at all. Seriously? The people you're covering have money that they're looking to pull out of IRAs and 401ks. They're looking to get it out of the market. You tell me you don't have a system whereby you can identify those people? Because, man, I don't even know the first thing about annuities. It's like, dude, we got a company, part of our company called Burlington Alliance Capital Management. Bam! And we have a guy called Chris Norris, who is a registered investment advisor, who's bound to only tell you what is good for you. And we can get you on the phone with him and see if there's something we can do for you. And the guy's going, seriously? You don't have to really know anything about annuities? No, because as Chris talks to him on the phone, he's going to teach you while he's doing it with your client, and then you're going to learn how to do it, right? We got people making $1 million, $2 million right in face value of annuities, making 150,000 just on the annuity side. And this guy was like blown away that we actually had a system that he didn't have to be an expert in annuities, but we had a system to find people with annuity money. And he was like going nuts. I go, oh, but there's more. Like this guy, I was writing all these things I was telling this guy because I wanted to record this, right? I go, by the way, we've got another program called Index Universal Life for people that want to create tax-free retirement for their future. They got to be the right kind of client, but you know what? You don't even know you don't have to know how to do this, because who do we have? We have Gina Hawks, who you can do the same thing. Set up an appointment with your client. You're there. You get her on the phone, and she'll talk to him about the advantages of IUL. And then she's going to tell, okay, Alex, here's what you need to do. Here's a proposal, and then just write it up. And then how many people have free advisors to advise them on making these sales? Like this guy was going nuts, man. Seriously, you do that on this sales system of yours? It's like, absolutely. But wait, dude, check this out. So your clients that you take care of, they automatically go into a CRM program, and that CRM program will auto-populate everything in that application into the CRM. And then you can set up a drip campaign for emails and texts on the client's anniversary, on holidays, and you can totally customize it like it's exactly coming from you. But here's the thing, it's totally automated. So while you're putting clients into that, it's generating more opportunity for you in the future, because a client will buy another 3 to 5 other policies if they stick with you over the long term, especially if they're younger, right? This thing does it automatically. And he was like totally blown away, all right? Here's the other thing. We have a thing called renewals.
Oh, yeah.
We have a thing called renewals. So when you make sales, okay, we have a thing called renewals. And the guy says, well, this is a guy that sold only term policies, right? It was one of those guys that sell term and invest the rest.
Okay.
And all they sell is term policy. I go, dude, do you know that term typically doesn't have any renewals? And he goes, tell me what renewals are. Well, renewals is this opportunity to create long-term income when you sell the client first year, and then you get paid the second year, third year, fourth year. If the client keeps their policy 60 years, you're going to get a little cha-ching every time.
That's right.
Right? And then I talked to one of our agents, and he didn't even know what renewals were. I go, seriously, you don't know what renewals are? Do you know you get renewals on your policies on, let me show you. I think I have it here. These are the renewals. So this is the ARC 100 percentage. You multiply your annual premium by that 65.22, and then you multiply your commission rate against that. Do you know that Transamerica, if you take it for the next 30 years only, that the amount of renewals is another 52.2% on the annual premium? Now, check this out. So you know how pro athletes, they get their bonus, and they talk about their compensation over the next, and then they talk about their future compensation. So a package worth $220 million. I think that was like Alex Rodriguez, right? They're not talking about the first year bonus. They're talking about the total comp package. Gang, when you write a policy, you got a total comp package of 117.42% with Transamerica. When you add Phoenix, it's 108. This is whole life. CFG is 100. Moves 93.7. Forcer's Plan Right. Do you see how the renewals kick in? Man, this rocks. This is simplified issue term. Now notice, there are 0 renewals on Forcer, CFG, and MU. There are some with National Western Life. Actually, they got quite a bit of renewals, 12.69, so on. Do you see how the renewals work? Now check this out. I did a study on my agency, and I looked at, so what percentage does like the average agent, when they write through the course of a year, what percentage do they write in their business? Everyone focuses on simplified issue term, but we only do about 21% of that. So if you, through the course of a year, you're only going to write about 21% of your business with simplified issue term. So I did this study. If you did 10,000 issue paid a month and you're at an 80 contract, 46.37 will probably be whole life, 21% will be term, simplified issue term, universal life will be about 11%, guaranteed issue whole life be about 10%, IUL 7.4%. I did a study in my agency, my entire hierarchy, which we do, 5 to 700,000 issue paid a month. These are the percentages, right? And so when you look at the percentages of your renewals, check this out. So you go through 10,000 a month at an 80 contract, your total comp first year is 66,000, but check out the renewals that you put in place. $35,000 in renewals. That is a real thing. That is a real thing. Check this out. If you have agents that you've hired, you get an override on their renewals. Does that rock? Getting override on their renewals. And how many of y'all had an agent quit? Anybody have an agent quit? Okay, that's a reality of the business, right? Well, guess what happens to the renewals? They go upline to you. So you get to make money whether they stay or whether they go. Should I stay or should I go? Da 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 da. I mean, we don't want people to leave, but you know what? When they make bad decisions, hey, I'm sorry, but I get your renewals, man. I'm so fired up. Anyway, I don't want, that sounds bad, doesn't it? God forgive me, okay. So we got the renewals going on. Okay, what else we got? Oh, how many of y'all talk to agents that say, I don't get any training? What? They just said, hey, just call all your family and friends, and then when you got to write an application, just give us a call. Like, but you're not going to train me. Well, you know, I mean, how many of y'all heard that? We don't get any training. Well, I go, okay, dude, well, let me show you what we do. We have a thing called Alliance University that will help you. We've got the best video package in the world. And you know what the 101 courses cost? Zero. You pay nothing, and you're going to have Gina Hawks teach you about every product. You're going to have Andy Albright teach you about placement and persistency. You're going to learn how to book an appointment, you know, with Chadwick Ray. Then we have our live training meeting at hotspot meetings in about 100 cities across the country, dude. You are going to be able to go and get live training from agents that will take you on ride-alongs. And here's what's cool about this, is these people don't even have to be in my agency. They will help you. Why? Because it's our culture. Because those people that are helping you, they send people to me in Cincinnati. I'm going to have one of my agents take them on ride-alongs. We are going to help everybody in the alliance, regardless of whether you make money off them or not. It's a unique culture. So we've got hotspot meetings. We've got President's Club. This is a special opportunity to hire, for $100 a month, a professional staff to help you with making dials, sales. They'll also help you with your organization. Like if you've got agents that need some help, your agents don't even have to be on President's Club. You can have the President's Club people like Lucero go and help them. They'll help them with dialing. They will advise them. It's like having an extra staff for $100 a month. Right. And then they'll give you 2 websites, a sales website and a recruiting website. Oh my gosh, man, I had so many people in that, right, sign up. You can get 50 resumes, recruiting resumes a week. Wow. I mean, it's packed with value, and that's an opportunity as well. We got our national conferences, our functions, and we bring everyone into the Prosperity Hall, where we can get training from the top agents in the country, the top managers, the top income earners, right? We got webinars, conference calls like this one here. This is the Wednesday call. We got the activity call on Friday. We got the product training call on Thursday, right? We got that. We have NEA TV, where all these calls and webinars reside in a library where you can catch up on anything that you need. We have the Alliance Media app, where you can roll down the highway, and not on a cassette, right? But you can listen to it on your phone. That cracks me up. Okay, and then you have your upline support that will help you. And then Andy Albright has wrote 4 awesome books that will teach you to get your mind right in this business. All right, this is how we educate people. Is that insane, what we provide people with training? I talked to someone who said, man, I asked her, why are you leaving? She goes, man, no one gives a crap of what I do. Like, no one appreciates anything I do. It's like, seriously, are you kidding me? We appreciate everyone in the alliance because we have a culture of recognition, right? You can come into a hotspot meeting and you can be down in the dumps, but you got people that put their arm around you and say, hey man, what's up? We're here to help you. We got people that will uplift you and support you. They will celebrate your wins. If you did premium, they'll celebrate your win. If you didn't do premium, they'll still celebrate you that you came out, and they're going to help you get over what the thing is stopping you from making sales. Does that make sense? We have trips. We have trips. So you can compete on trips. We have contests. So anyone who's like interested in getting recognition, you have to work for it, but you know what? We're going to celebrate you too. Everything, it's a whosoever doeth business, and we're going to celebrate what you do and the results that you create, like this Alaska leaderboard, like the agent levels. We got a system to do that. So if you're feeling underappreciated, man, we are going to appreciate you, but you got to work and earn it. And I think that's all anybody ever wanted, was a shot. That's right. Right? A guy asked me, man, like, how do y'all chargebacks work? Like, what do you mean? Well, I'm trying to keep up with this chargeback thing, but it's just, you know, and I go, well, I mean, we have this thing called an ARC. What's an ARC? Okay. Well, an ARC is a way, that's our compensation system. It's a way that you can manage any agent chargebacks that you get when a client cancels their policy, where it's not just from one, it can be from one company, but check this out. You can take your commissions from all the other companies and you can pay a small percentage to pay that chargeback off so that you'll still get paid. You will still make money. That company's not going to suck all your commissions and you get zero money. We have a system whereby you still get paid. Your debt will be paid off week after week, little by little, and you don't have to suffer the stress of one chargeback taking away all your commissions. And then you're going to your wife going, honey, we ain't got any money to pay the mortgage. We have the brilliance of Andy Albright is putting together a system that we can manage that stuff. I have people asking me, so do I got to really sell all my life? Do I got to man, I've been selling insurance for 20 years and it just seems like I cannot get off this treadmill. Like I can just barely make it, but I'm not getting any traction in this business. It's like, what do you mean? Well, I don't have enough money to put away for retirement. I'm just I had nothing for retirement. And this dude was 50. I'm going, shoot, that sucks, man. So what are you going to do? Oh, man, I'm just looking for something. I'm looking for something I could turn that around. It's well, you know what? I think we got a long-term future for you. We got a way that you can create renewals. We got a way for you to build a business. You can build a business that will provide you the long-term money that will create a retirement program for you. Because when you got an agency rocking, you can work your way out of the field into full-time agency management, and then pretty soon you're going to find enough people where it's just going to run. Why? Because Andy Albright created a system to do it. A system to do it. And we have this thing called premium financing. When you get to the agency manager level and above, what Andy Albright's going to offer you, okay, is an opportunity to put golden handcuffs on. And man, are they golden. Because he's going to allow us to do what rich people do, which is invest in, I can't use that word, put money into an indexed universal life, gobs of millions of dollars in a universal life, so by the time you get to where you want to kind of maybe take a little bit step back and want to, enjoy the fruits of your labors, you're going to be millions of dollars there for you, not only in life insurance for your family, but millions in retirement for you to tap into tax-free.
That's crazy.
Say tax-free. Tax-free. That's what I'm talking about. Andy Albright, between my insurance policy and my wife's insurance policy, is putting $800,000 a year for the next 15 years in our policy. And it's not costing me a dime. Wow. Well, Alex, how can he do that? Because he's borrowing from a bank. It's like this most brilliant thing in the world called premium financing, where you can borrow money from a bank to put it in the premiums. We pay the interest rate as we go along, and then we have this big ASS policy out in the future where our family's taken care of, our retirement's taken care of, and we didn't pay a dime for it, but you know what we did? We decided to believe in Andy Albright and the system he's put together for us, right? Man, this is like getting crazy. Now we have an infrastructure, okay? We have an infrastructure of this building and everyone in it that supports Andy Albright and his dream and vision. So we have all the programmers. We have our contracting office that supports it with contracting. We have Jeff Bright, who is our sociologist. Jeff Bright, my buddy, who helps us figure ourselves out so we can help other people figure themselves out. Man, our business, our culture had made a significant change when Jeff joined us, man. And he's been with us 7 years. He joined us full-time just a little while ago, and man, it's making a huge difference. He hired a consultant called Tim Goad, who's really our pastor, okay, for whatever you want to call it. And he counsels people, whether it's addiction, whether it's marriage problems, whatever junk someone's having, you can call Tim Goad and he will help you. And I don't pay for that. I don't pay for him to do that. He will do it in my organization. Good people that just need a little bit of help.
That's right.
And you know what I do? I contribute to his ministry.
That's right.
Because I feel compelled that he's doing something good for the people that need help.
That's right.
We got Jim Henson, who's the guru. He's been in insurance like 50 years. And he has all the relationships with insurance companies. That's why we have this new company coming up that I'm fired up. They have one of the best IULs out there and an awesome annuity program. He's negotiating that right now. We got Doc Rock, another management consultant that gets us fired up about being in this business. And he has these great management nuggets that will help us build our business as well. We got our lead R&D, Tony Hardy. They are always looking around the corner for the next great lead system. I'm always confident that we are going to have another lead program, another opportunity to serve clients because Tony Hardy's out there hitting it hard. We've got Mac Hefner, who is our public relations guy, and he helps Andy write his books. Man, this infrastructure is something that you didn't have to capitalize. Right? So when a guy says, well, I got a 100 contract, what am I giving up? It's like, seriously? What are you giving? You're giving this crap up and you're trading it for this. You know what I'm saying?
Come on here.
So, here's the glue that puts it all together. This is something that you can't buy. This is something you can't, like no one or people out there can try to duplicate us. What they can't duplicate is our culture. And it starts with Andy Albright. And it starts with his vision that he's put together for this business. A legacy he's trying to put in place long term for his family and his kids and his kids' kids, his grandchildren. Most guys, when they start a business, they look to build it and then sell it, right? And then, hey, all y'all that helped me build this business, God bless you, good luck. I'm going off to the Bahamas. And they could care less about them. Andy Albright, over the years, have been offered money to buy us. But he said, why would I want to do that? I want to help you guys. I want to help Terry and Tia. I want them to make a lot of money and the future for their children, right? I want Adam Katz. I want Stephen Davies. I want Paul Roberts. I want Diane Lampy to have an opportunity to touch other people and create a legacy for their children, right? I want Mike and Noah Leventovich to create a legacy for their children, right? I want Andy Riddle, man, to keep doing what he's doing so he can create a legacy for his daughters, right? I'm going, man, if he's got that big vision, then I can invest my vision into Andy Albright's vision. He's got a big enough dream that'll fit within what it is I want to do for my family. Because I know if he's not going to sell the company, he's going to keep it forever, then I can invest my time, energy, and effort, my time, money, and motion in it to create a legacy for my family, for my 5 kids. And 3 of my kids have committed to get life insurance licenses. Those are 3 legs right there, baby. We going senior board member, man. Now, how many companies have a vision of prosperity, inspiration, and eternity? Prosperity for us and our friends. Do you think you can be prosperous with an ATM that allows you to do all of this stuff? It didn't even mention the ERS program where we can turn people, our clients, into referrals. We get on the ERS Express train and we wean ourselves off leads. Is that cool? So prosperity, inspiration. Man, we talked about going through the struggle. And you might have struggles, but you cannot share your struggles until you get the victory. That's what makes this business awesome, because we revel in listening to people's victory over their struggles, just like Patrick, right? And it makes people understand, like, when I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. You know why? Because Christ uses you and your stories to strengthen all of us, that whatever you're going through and overcoming, we can too. It's incredible. So eternity. Man, how many people talk about eternity? Right. You know, we are born and then we leave. And we are going someplace that we are going to be accountable to this dash right here. And so when you start looking at things from the eternity perspective, all the crap you're going through now is just a drop in the ocean. What you're going through now is going to help other people realize, you know what? There's more to life than money. This life is about serving others. Right. How many people have a culture like that? Then we got the light of day, duplication, association, edification. We got our 8 core values that define this culture of ours. Here's what I love about the 8 core values, is that when we bring people on that aren't down with our 8 core values, then we don't want them. Because anybody that diminishes our 8 core values diminishes our business. And you might think that person happens to be in Washington State. How can he affect my business? Brothers, sisters, you don't know how this business works. Because that guy does not adhere to our 8 values. He tears the business down. He tears all our businesses down. Here's a corollary to that. The corollary is you do the 8 values and you try to be better at the 8 values. Guess what? The culture increases and our capacity to grow increases. And all of you all and me affect each other's business. We're all in this thing together. Then we got the 8 steps to success, right? And then we got the have fun, make money, and make a difference. Does that rock? All right. So let's show you just a simple plan. So do you want to be Joe's six-pack agency? Or do you want this? Because this will keep your agents adhering to a culture. This is a sticky culture. And even if you're not into rah-rah, well, I'm not into the rah-rah. You know what? Your people are. And God bless them because they get to rah-rah this. And you get to rah-rah to the bank. And when you rah-rah to the bank, man, you are going to be into rah-rah, let me tell you. So I always like to show a program that you can make this business work. If you set 6 appointments, you're going to sit on 4, you're going to close 2, and you're going to get 2 ERS sales. And this is only on working 48 weeks out of the year. At a 55%, check this out. First year income, $44,800. And this is only about 10, 15 hours a week. You're not even working full time. Your renewals is $17,424. Conservative, right? So let's say you know a couple people that do the same 6, 4, 2 plus 2. You move up to team builder at 70%. You bring 2 people on. Your income almost doubles at $81,600. And your renewals are $31,680. Have you ever seen the renewal part? It's really the rest of the story. Now check this out. You got 4 people in your front line doing this, and you got this guy has 2 more. They're all doing 6, 4, 2 plus 2. You get to the 85% agency manager level. First year income, $187,680. Your renewals are $72,864. Now here's the thing, if you can do it, you can teach it, right? So let's show you what happens when you teach 6 other people to do what you've done. How many people are this, by the way? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. When you help 6 other people do what you've done, and this is what, 8, 16, 6 times 8, 48 other people do 6, 4, 2 plus 2. You're executive vice president at 110%. You also get an 8% additional GLOW override on each agency manager's organization. So check this out. First year income, if you were still doing 6, 4, 2 plus 2 at a 110, $89,760. Your override income is $1,086,960, and your GLOW bonus is $313,344 for a total of $1.3 million, almost $1.4 million. Now check the renewals out. 35,000 renewals, 414,000 in overrides on the renewals, and 121,000 of the overrides on the GLOW bonus. 536,659. And every year you do this, you add another layer of renewals of 536,659. Every year you do it. So why wouldn't you want to recruit to a culture where you can do this, and these people are fired up about where they're going. They're overcoming challenges in their life. And they fall in love with the culture. They fall in love with Andy Albright. And they fall in love with you because you help them change their lives, right? So man, I'm proud to be part of this company. I'm proud to be mentored by Andy Albright. He is my friend. Jane Albright is my friend. And they've helped us through this cancer thing. If they could help us through this thing, man, imagine what they could do for you. And I'm grateful that Andy decided to pick up the phone and show me. Now, how many people are on your list that you have not shown this to? Because here's what Matthew Kelly says. in the book Culture Solution. He says, human beings have a powerful desire to belong. But more than simply belonging, we want to belong to something that we can be proud of and take joy in. And when we do, we tell everyone we know about it. We tell everyone we know about it, man. TWC, it's been my honor. God bless Andy Albright, right? God bless Jane Albright. Thank you, everybody. Let's rock this thing.